ONN.
In 3 minutes, as the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues after this.
Frio Stack and Associates Auctioneers, Realtors, Certified Appraisers specializing in antiques, business liquid.
Wings USA. Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands with another steal of a deal. Get a steak burger and fries all day Monday for only $8.99. It's also Military Mondays. The Lube will take 25% off for all veterans, active duty military, and first responders. Quaker Steak and Lube voted Best Wings USA.
Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I grab you a Coors Light?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Huh. I never knew there was a zip line in my fridge. Hey, buddy!
Yeah!
You got 2 Coors Lights up there?
You got it!
Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go. 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure, I mean, you being a mountain climber and all,
Yep.
you probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah!
Ask him if he has any nachos.
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes sense. It is the Rockies.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Monday. Mostly sunny skies, a daytime high near 65. Mainly clear through the overnight with a low near 49. Clouds and sunshine mixing for your Tuesday with highs in the lower 80s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
Now, because it is Monday...
What? It's Monday already?
It already is. Monday.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Does that mean?
I have to go back to work.
Oh, I hate Mondays.
I hate Mondays.
I hate Mondays.
I hate Mondays.
Suck it up! People are depending on you!
Well, let's not keep our audience waiting, shall we?
Let the show begin!
Conversations you care about with people you know. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe, brought to you in part by Wheeling Hospital.
Looking nice outside, sunshine, blue skies coming through the window here at my home studios. Temperature 40 degrees at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport with clear skies, calm winds, so the 40 feels like 40. That's good. We're going to go up to pick up another 20, 25 degrees or so before it's over and done with. High today of about 64, according to Zach, over the Big 7. Sunny, nice, and pleasant. Now tomorrow, pretty much the same, except it's going to go up to 80 tomorrow. Going to be really warm with maybe a few clouds over the sun. But again, nice day today, good warm, hot day tomorrow. Look for a few, a little bit of rain on Wednesday, a dreary day on Thursday, and then a really good weekend, 60s and sunny again for the weekend. So all in all, not a bad weekend, not a bad week at all for our forecast here. 9/11 on the Watchdog Morning Show coming up shortly. We're going to talk about rental inspection in the city of Wheeling. We were talking last hour with Josh Schwartz, the AFL-CIO in West Virginia, about the PRO Act. I'm watching this morning. This is really neat stuff. I hope you keep on listening to the Watchdog Morning Show. But if you are watching the Big 7, WTRF TV, they've got really neat video of the Wellsburg Bridge being floated in, the bridge that goes from Brillion, Ohio to Route 2 around the Wellsburg area. The bridge I often have called the Bridge to Nowhere. And but it's really neat watching this. And again, I give a lot of credit to whoever's running the camera at the Big 7 because they're giving us a nice perspective of what's happening there. The bridge came floating down the river. Now they're starting to put it on some of the piers, and you get the cranes in the river, well, on the side of the river actually, and you get the tugboats and so on in the river. It's just really neat. If you have a few minutes and you want to watch it, it's live at WTRF.com. You can watch that. Listen to us still, but you can watch that over there as well. So that's kind of neat. And I want to get to the Oscars before the morning is over and done with, so we'll do that coming up a little bit later on this morning. Don't despair if you missed the Oscars. And I missed them. I'll tell you who won, and we'll hear some clips from the Oscars, but I don't think I saw any of the movies. I don't think. I'll double check the list. Of course, nobody's going to the movies anymore, Biffy. I mean, the movies have been shut down most of the year, right?
Yeah, people have been staying at home watching TV and shows and movies and I guess anything else they could find at home.
You know, I was thinking last night I should try and see if our old friend Bill Hanna wants to come and talk about the future of the cinema. Bill used to go to the movies every week, right? And would do movie reviews for us, and then of course he just began to slow down in his movie going, and nobody went to the movies for much of this year because of the pandemic. But one of the big changes this pandemic year has been several of the major companies have begun releasing their movies in the movie theaters and on streaming video at the same time. For example, the big winner last night, Nomadland, is available on HBO Max. So if you're an HBO Max subscriber, you can watch it on HBO Max as opposed to having to go to the theaters. And I've said this before, I don't know how that's going to affect the theater going experience. There will be certain movies that are designed for the big screen. I get that. You're going to want to watch the full effect of it and so on. But when you can sit and see a new release movie in your home the same day as when you would go to the theaters, and when the price of a streaming service is probably family to go see one movie at the theaters, it's going to really dramatically change the way I can't help but think it will. Now, maybe once the theaters open up full and everybody is back out of pandemic mode, maybe people start going to the movie theaters once again, I guess. And maybe then they'll pull back on having it on streaming audio, streaming video, I don't know. But, so for example, I will make a real point this week to watch Nomadland. I've seen it. I've seen the promo for it on HBO Max. It's available there. I just haven't watched it, but I will make a point of it. I would not make a point of going to the movies to watch it. But if I can watch it at home, I will. So everything is changing. It's changing a lot. And I just wonder, if you're in the movie industry, if you're in the movie theater industry, not the movie making industry, but the movie theater industry, if you own a theater, a Cineplex, what's the future going to be? What's the future going to be? People already were getting kind of irritated, Biffy, with the high price of tickets and popcorn and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and again, how many, once they realized, what we can do at home and, make our own popcorn and have our own snacks and everything. And I think we're going to see more and more people just say, to heck with going to the movie theaters, we'll just stay at home and make it a night here.
And if the same movie is available at home that's available at the movie theaters, yes, you pay for the streaming service. I don't know what HBO Max costs. I have it at $12, maybe let's say $20. Let's say it's $20. Oh my Lord, $20. I don't want to pay that. But $20 for everything you would get off the streaming service, HBO Max. And you can watch, again, let's pick Nomadland because it's available on HBO Max. You can watch an Academy Award winning movie, which is also available at the theaters. But if you went to the theaters to watch the movie, just the two people will go to the theaters to watch the movie, $10 Tickets, popcorn, soda, you're in for over $20 anyways.
You're well over 20.
So if you stop to think about it, $20 for the streaming service. Okay, I know that sounds to people like a lot, but one movie and it's paid for itself. Plus you get a whole lot more. Things are really, really changing. 9:17, is Ben with us yet?
Not yet.
All right, hoping to hear from Wheeling Councilman Ben Seidler coming up in a few minutes because I want to talk about the rental inspection program that's going on over there. 9:17 here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Hey, Biff, I'm going to do a little yes or BS with you. Are you ready? I didn't preview this for you, but let's do it anyways. You ready?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. This is National Pretzel Day.
Okay.
So I have a couple of pretzel questions for you. If yes or BS. Here's your first question. A pretzel almost killed a U.S. president. Yes or BS?
I'm going to say yes because I could see that happening.
You might remember this when I mentioned it. President George W. Bush was watching a football game in 2002 when he choked on a pretzel. I remember that. He lost consciousness, kind of passed out, fell off the couch. The medics had to come in and, I don't think they gave him the Heimlich or whatever, but get the pretzel out of his throat. So yes, on this National Pretzel Day, take note that a pretzel almost killed a U.S. president. Yes or BS, Biffy? We tend to think of pretzels and beer going together. One of the big beer fests in the world is the annual Oktoberfest in Munich. Pretzels are not actually served at Oktoberfest. Yes or BS?
You said they are not.
Pretzels are not actually served at Oktoberfest.
I'm going to go BS. I mean, I would certainly think they would be served at Oktoberfest.
Yeah, you're correct. In fact, it's probably a big part of why people aren't even drunker at Oktoberfest, because at least the pretzels will soak up the thing. All right, how about this one? Just be a guess, I'm sure. The world's largest pretzel weighed over 15,000 pounds. Yes or BS?
I think I'm going to say BS, only because I think 15,000 is too high.
The actual world's largest pretzel, made by a team in El Salvador back in 2015, was 1,728 pounds. That's still one mighty big pretzel.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the sodium content there would be a lot higher than I'm supposed to have.
Oh, yeah. Maybe by just a little.
Yes or BS? According to legend, pretzels were first invented by monks. Not monkeys, but by monks.
Like the religious people.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to say BS on that one.
I would have said BS as well. The answer is yes.
Really?
Experts think that Italian monks in the 7th century were the first to make pretzels. And this is interesting. Picture a pretzel and how it looks, the little weird shape of a pretzel. They were supposed to resemble folded arms, which is how the monks prayed. So the pretzel was supposed to replicate a position of prayer. I mean, I never would have thought that, but I can see that. It kind of looks like a position of prayer, folded arms there. So yes, that's one that you can use. That'll get you a free drink at a cocktail party or something.
I have to keep that one in mind.
Italian monks of the 7th century were the first to make pretzels. And finally, Biffy, yes or BS? My youngest son's daughter and he were over at the mall yesterday, and she was visiting with us last night, and she said, "Oh, I went to Auntie Anne's Pretzels." And man, I love me those Auntie Anne pretzels. I haven't had one in a long time. Oh, Auntie Anne's Pretzels. So Biffy, yes or BS, the pretzel company Auntie Anne's is named after a real person?
I think it is. I'm going to say yes.
Her name was Ann Beeler from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. She started the company back in 1988 when the first store opened, and she was Auntie Ann. So, yep, you are right. You got almost all of those, Biffy, and I think the one, the monk one was a tough one.
I couldn't believe that one.
Yeah, that would have, if I didn't have it right here in my very important pretzel fact page, I wouldn't have believed it. So, anyways, today is National Pretzel Day, so go celebrate. 9:22 after the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show.
I'm Big Rick, host of Real Big Talk.
I guess so. We talked about it at length, and even talked about, he said, do you want me to come over or do you want me to call? And I gave him the usual, if you come over, it sounds better, but there's no reason you have to, you can call. He said, okay, I think I'll just call. Nothing. And tomorrow's full, so I can't push him back till tomorrow. I might be able to do him on Wednesday, I guess. I wanted to do it today because they have another not a public hearing, but they have another committee meeting about it this afternoon. But yeah, that was kind of my thought. It was a good day to do it. But at any rate, so do we know anything about games this week? Do we have that game? We can carry that game? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You know what? I'll just let it go. I'm not gonna try to. Yeah, I'll just let it go until I know more about it. I'll wait till we know more about it. Okay, we can do that. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, we can do that. Sounds good.
NHL Stars. Experience the 29th season of pro hockey in Wheeling. Get tickets now for the Nailers game, Wednesday, April 28th at Westbanco Arena. Call 304-234-GOAL or visit WheelingNailers.com. This is Nail City.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Come check out Menard's great selection of outdoor lighting and brighten your home today. The Santa Fe Outdoor Wall Light gives a classic look, while the Temple Outdoor Wall Light adds timeless elegance. Find your style and save 11% on all outdoor Patriot lighting. Get 11% off everything now at Menard's. Good through May 1st. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Shady Side. The Watchdog is protecting your yard. Join Howard Monroe, Hoppy Kercheval, Bill DeFabio, and Big Rick for the best live and local talk in the Upper Ohio Valley and beyond. Shady Side trusts the Watchdog.
You can vote in our Watchdog poll and read commentary in our blogs on watchdognetwork.com. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
It's 9:26 after the hour. We're looking at 40 degrees at the airport here at my home studios and at the Robinson Auto Group studios downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Biff, we're talking about some things that'll be different, I think, after the pandemic, and one is we're talking about movies, and I honestly think that the movie theaters are going to have a tough time of it since people have been used to just sitting at home and watching their entertainment on television. And some movie companies are actually releasing their movies, their actual brand new movies, on streaming video at the same time they're putting them in the theater. So I think that's one change is going to be movie theaters are going to have to try and figure out how to navigate this new world. Here's an interesting poll, and I can believe this, and it's another way of how things are going to probably change. A new survey of 2,000 Americans say that just under two-thirds, 65%, say they can no longer tolerate crowds and will do anything they can to avoid being in a crowd, including standing in lines at the airport. And, we may get past that. I think, Biffy, that people are going to travel differently, too. I think there's going to be a different way people travel and the different kinds of places they go to. I think more of the national parks and outdoor activities will be bigger travel destinations.
I think we'll see some change, and again, I think it depends on who the individuals or the families are. Some may make slight adjustments, some may make major ones, and heck, even some might not even change at all. So, yes, I think we'll see change, but I think it depends on the individually, to what degree that the changes, if any, they make, how they make them.
Well, that's true, but I think the pandemic has kind of sped up processes that already were underway. I mentioned, for example, about movies. People were already getting a little bit frustrated with the high cost of going to a movie. Again, 2 tickets, popcorn, soda, you're in for $20 or more going to a movie. And you got to go and you got to park and all that kind of stuff. And yes, it's a night out and it's a lot of fun, and I kind of miss that. But people are already beginning to complain about it. And then the pandemic came up with a way that you don't have to go out and do all that, but stay home. So I think it's just sort of speeding up the process. I think the same thing probably is going to be true. For example, airlines, Biff. People were already really sick and tired of the long lines at airports and the big crowds at airports and the pushing and shoving in airplanes. I think the airline/airport industry may have to adapt a little bit. I think people are going to realize we don't have to be all shoulder to shoulder fighting to get in line. And we already were getting antsy about it. You already heard a lot of complaints about it. Airlines and airports were already coming up with, new ways, self-serve boarding passes and so on to speed you through. I think a lot of people are going to say, you know what? Now that the pandemic has gone and I've learned to have my space, I think more people are going to want their space. But this survey, 65% said they can no longer tolerate crowds. It's a one-poll survey. 61% say they get annoyed easier now than they ever did before. I'm trying to think. I don't think I get annoyed easier. I've always gotten annoyed. I don't think it's any easier. I've always gotten annoyed. Several people, the respond, 61% say that simple tasks are a struggle now because of wearing face masks, wearing gloves. 54% say it's not as easy to eat or drink. I don't have a problem eating or drinking if you get into a restaurant, and I have gone to a couple. If you get into a restaurant, you take your mask off while you're eating. I don't think that's a struggle. 49% say unlocking phones. Yeah, that's one. If you have Face ID on your phone, Biffy, which I do, and I have my mask on, I have to remember to pull my mask down for a minute until it unlocks my phone. So that is a little bit of a hassle. So there will be changes. There will be changes. And this poll just gives us a little indication of that. All right, 9:32, 28 till the hour. It looks like we won't talk about rental inspections today. Dunno. Guess not. Hopefully we'll get Ben Seidler on later this week to talk about those. In the meantime, we will check into the newsroom of Metro News and check some sports for you with Mr. DeFabio, and then we will do a little Oscar talk. Before we talk to, I hope it's Bob Westphal today. Bob was on vacation last week. I hope Bob is back today because he's really interested in this Wellsburg Bridge that's been moving into place this morning, and I want to get his update from the reporters in the field and so on when we find out what's happening at the Big 7. So all of that is coming up in the final half hour of the Watchdog Morning Show. It's 9:33, 27 till the hour and 40 degrees.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro.
Hey, but if I'm going to do Oscars, let's use the Wise Brothers montage and just go immediately from that into the ABC entertainment. Yeah, I'll introduce the Wise Brothers montage. Yeah, just play the montage and then just go straight to the ABC entertainment. Please. Okie dokie.
PNC Park. Meanwhile, at PPG Paints Arena, the Penguins shut out the Boston Bruins 1-0. Jake Getzel scored the game's only goal in the third period as the Penguins have won 4 games in a row. In the nets, Tristan Jarry made 29 saves for his very first shutout of the regular season. Penguins in Boston off today. Both teams will meet again at PPG Paints Arena on Tuesday night. By the way, the Pittsburgh Penguins take over sole possession of first place in the Eastern Division standings. I'm Bill DeFabio. Be safe out there. Be considerate of others. Please check on the elderly. And remember, we are the Watchdog.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I grab you a Coors Light?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Huh. I never knew there was a zip line in my fridge. Hey, buddy! Yeah! You got 2 Coors Lights up there?
You got it! Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go. 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure. I mean, you being a mountain climber and all.
Yep.
You probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah!
Ask him if he has any nachos.
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes sense. It is the Rockies.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, and I know without a doubt I'm not alone. And I'm loving living local. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Said I'm loving living local. WTRF is working for me. The Ohio Valley is where I love to be.
Every weeknight at 6 p.m., join the voice of the Mountaineers, Tony Caridi, on The Watchdog. Tony informs and entertains WVU fans with the latest Mountaineer sports news. If it happens in the world of gold and blue, Tony knows about it and shares it with you. Sportsline, weeknights at 6 on The Watchdog.
We're on air, online, on video, and on demand. Find us where you like us. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Spring-like day today, 40 degrees currently, going up to 64 before the day is over and done with. Nice blue skies and sunshine throughout the day today. Going to really warm up tomorrow for a high of 80 tomorrow, 78 on Wednesday. A little bit of rain on Wednesday, kind of dark and dreary on Thursday. Great weekend is in store. Currently, as I mentioned, 40 at the airport. Clear skies, calm winds, 40 degrees here at my home studios and 40 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling, in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Last night, the Oscars. We'll take a look at some of the winners last night in a minute. But if you're a nominee, of course you get the privilege of being a nominee. It's a great honor just to be nominated. They always say that. They don't mean that. They want to win, but it was a great honor just to be nominated. But if you are nominated, you get one of those great swag bags. Yeah. They give you stuff. For example, this year, the swag bag was worth last night. Each of the nominees, all nominees, got a $205,000 swag bag. 24 karat gold finished vape cartridges.
Okay.
I don't know what to even say about that, but there it is. PETA put an item into the PETA, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, inside the swag bag. Listen, I mean, this is serious stuff, but this was in the swag bag. An emergency hammer to free dogs left inside any hot cars.
Why not?
I mean, that's a serious issue. I get it. I commend people, but it's like you get your swag bag. I got a hammer. Found on the window if you ever find a dog trapped in a car. Again, I'm not diminishing the seriousness of that problem. I'm just saying that someone in a swag bag, that sounds funny. Let's see. From a company called Exploding Kittens, a brain-sensing headband to wear while sleeping. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some Bitcoins. You'll get a 3-night stay at the 152-year-old Pater Noster Lighthouse in Sweden. A 4-night stay for 2 at the Golden Door Spa. 10 personal training sessions with a trainer, Alexis Zaletsky. I guess we're supposed to know that's somebody important. And a consultation with a cosmetic surgeon and liposuction expert. Those are some of the things in the swag bag that all the Academy Award nominees got last night. Oh, God. A hammer to break a dog out of a car and liposuction.
Talk about opposite ends of the spectrum.
Sure, why not? I mean, why not? It's Hollywood, you know, what do you expect? So last night was the Oscars, and I have not seen, I don't think, any of the movies, or very few of them, if any. At least I recognized some of the names, though, of winners and losers. Nomadland was the big winner last night. I at least am familiar with the movie, haven't seen it, but I am familiar with it. Fran McDormand, who starred in that movie, won for Best Actress. Of course, Fran McDormand, when she was at Bethany College many, many, many years ago, was here in the Upper Ohio Valley, and I told her she'd never make anything of herself, which probably will elicit a text or two here about, good example why we don't listen to progressives like you, Monroe. Here's a little montage of some of the winners and losers, well, not losers. Here's a little montage of some of the winners from last night's Oscars.
For Best Actor in a Supporting Role. And the Oscar goes to Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black.
For the Best Supporting Actress, Je Jung-yoon.
And the Oscar for Best Animated Feature, Soul.
And the Academy Award for Actor goes to Anthony Hopkins, The Father.
The Oscar for Best Actress goes to Frances McDormand, Nomadland.
And the Oscar goes to Chloe Zhao, Nomadland.
And the Oscar goes to Nomadland.
ABC Entertainment News.
And the Oscar goes to Nomadland.
It was a very good night for Nomadland at Sunday night's Academy Awards. Not only did the drama about life and death on the road win Best Picture, director, writer, and producer Chloe Zhao became only the second woman to win Best Director and the first woman of color to do it.
I'm not homeless.
Star Frances McDormand won her second Best Actress Oscar and third acting Oscar overall, while Anthony Hopkins won his second Best Actor Oscar for starring in The Father.
You can murder and liberate him, you can't murder and liberation.
Daniel Kaluuya won Best Supporting Actor for Judas and the Black Messiah, while Minari Je Jung-yoon won Best Supporting Actress, becoming the first Korean ever to win an acting Oscar.
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
Mortal Kombat knocked Godzilla vs. Kong out of the #1 box office spot after 3 weeks. And comedy legend Carol Burnett is 88 Monday. I'm Christopher Watson, ABC News.
Let's see, Biffy, I don't know if you can do this or not. Can you find clip 6, the Fran McDormand cut there? Is that, I asked you to maybe get those ready, but I wasn't sure I was going to use them or not.
Yeah, I got it for Best Actress.
Yeah.
Yep, I got it.
Yep. Since we have a local connection to her, Fran McDormand went to Bethany College. Fran McDormand picks up another Oscar for Best Actress for her role in Nomadland. Here's how she responded last night.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. We know the sword is our work, and I like work. Thank you for knowing that, and thanks for this.
What?
Okay.
What? Let me. My voice is in my sword. We know the sword is our work, and I like work. Well, she's a good actress at any rate. She does a good job. I don't know. I got to look it up. I don't know how many Academy Awards she's won. I know she won for Fargo, and I'm thinking she won for a movie called 3 Billboards, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, she's become one of our she's a quirky actress, but she's become one of the better awarded actresses in America today. So there you go. Let's see. Anything else here I want to share with you? Some fast facts about the Oscars, Biffy.
Yeah.
The actual Oscar weighs 8.5 pounds.
Okay.
Just a little tidbit, for you to know. What's the most number of wins for a single movie? Have any idea? I can tell you that 3 movies tied for the most number of wins.
10.
You're close. 11. Ben-Hur, which I remember. Well, I remember the movie, first of all, but it was made in 1959. I remember when it won for 3 different awards. It was a huge deal back in the time. Titanic in 1997 won 11 awards. And Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King in 2003 also won 11 Academy Awards. All 3 of those won the Best Picture. So they won the Best Picture, and then each of them won somewhat different awards, totaling a total of 11 wins for the Ben-Hur, Titanic, and Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The only other movie to get into the double digits is West Side Story back in 1961. They had 10. So they were close. They had 10. Let's see. What any other fast facts here? I did not watch the show last night, so I guess I missed this. I have several internet comments that popped up on this, all saying, why in the hell is Best Picture not the last award? Best Picture should always be last award of the night. These are different comments. Nomadland was my pick, but Best Picture not being last is the worst thing you could do. Okay, Best Picture was Best Actor was the last one. Yeah, I would agree. I always thought Best Picture they saved to the very last thing. I always thought that was like the final, that was the big award, was Best Picture of the year. You always saved that for the last. I don't know. But I didn't watch the Oscars last night, so there you go. Oscar coverage probably throughout the day at ABC and elsewhere here on the Watchdog. So she did win for my researcher here, Biff.
Yes.
My lovely wife says Fran McDormand won for Nomadland last night. Fargo, which I mentioned, and I was right. 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. She won for that as well. That was a really weird movie. But again, all of the characters she's played are really quirky, strange kind of characters. So Fran McDormand won 3 Academy Awards. So there you go. Thank you, honey. Since you're in such a good mood.
Don't push it.
What do you think about sausage, gravy, and biscuits?
No.
Yeah, the door didn't come swinging open with a big resounding no. So. It's 9 before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Boy, I hope Westfall is with us today. He was on vacation last week, so we didn't get a chance to talk to him. But I've been watching all morning long, and hope TV7 has done a really good job of giving us video on their website at WTF.com of the floating of the bridge down the river, the new Wellsburg Bridge, and it's being put on the piers. And I'm watching it again right now. DK's there. Hi, D. Well, she can't see me. I'm waving at her. Hi, DK. I'm guessing she must be preparing to go live, maybe. I don't know. Because this is behind the scenes stuff.
She's been there since early this morning, because I think when they first came on at 6 o'clock, at about 5 after, I think she was there with a cut in from the bridge. So I know she's at least been there since 6 this morning, maybe even before that too. So,
man, if I had known it was DK, I would have had her give us a call, give us an update. In fact, but now I'm not surprised. I mentioned that they need to pan around a bit, and I'm not surprised that DK might have been listening. So, anyways, you can check this out at their website, WTF.com, and good video of the bridge going into place and all the workers there. It's just, it's kind of neat. I think, I could be wrong, I think this is the first time in the country it's been done like this. It's certainly unusual, but I think it's the first time. I could be wrong.
Well, maybe now if people across the country, they see that this is working, we might be onto something here with bridges.
Could be. Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting. So you build the bridge someplace else. They built it upriver, they floated it downriver, and then they put it in place on the piers. There's still a lot more work to be done. It's not like they put it on and they can open it up. Now they have to do work while it's there, but it is kind of neat.
And it's been delayed, about 2 or 3 times because it was supposed to be last week. I think Friday it was supposed to be done.
Well, Friday was the last, but I think it started out maybe Wednesday, and then they punched I think Wednesday was a rainy day or something. They moved it again, and they even changed the time late last night. I got an email from the Department of Highways that they originally planned to start floating it at 8, maybe 7, 8, something like that, and then they moved the time up to 5:30. So they started moving it downriver at 5:30 this morning, and I don't know what time they got it in place. It looks like it is actually in place now. So I suppose with and just anchoring it and so on. Again, DK. So I see DK's there. I see her in the shot occasionally. So I'm sure the Big Seven will have more info for us coming up today. Oh, in fact, let's find out from Bob Westfall. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, Howard. How was your weekend?
It was good. I'm sitting here watching your video stream of the bridge moving into place. Really good coverage this morning of that. I've had it up all morning long watching what's been going on over there. It looks really cool.
Right. Yeah, I actually got to watch it myself. Roll down the river this morning. It looks like they're going to try and do everything in one day. We did find that out this morning instead of taking 2 days. Originally, they were going to lift the bridge tomorrow, but they have decided because of high winds expected tomorrow, they are going to lift the bridge. They're doing it as we speak. Looks like, at least looking to the video that we have, looks like the deck is even with the pylons. So I'd assume they'd have to jack it a little bit higher than the pylons and then move it into place and then lower it down. Like you said, DK is there. Danny Mayers is there. Rebecca, our digital reporter, is there as well. So we've got it covered. Like you said, we are on Facebook. We're on our website. And I'm sure we'll be live. We'll be live at noon with DK from the site. Pretty impressive what I saw this morning. So this is exciting. So largest project of this kind, my understanding, in the United States. I think maybe the second or third largest in the world. So history being made in the Ohio Valley.
There is, is Danny on camera?
Yeah.
I give him a lot of credit. He's really done a good job of really giving us a real sense of what's happening there. There's a direct feed that people could get from the Department of Highways, but it's kind of a static feed. Danny's really done a good job of giving us a real sense of what's happening. Let's see, we're looking at, I guess, Coast Guard vehicles or a barge out there. A nice close up on that. So, anyways, a really great job by your team up there covering it. I've really enjoyed watching the whole thing this morning. And as far as I can tell, no problems, right?
No problems. Looked like it went into the river fine. From where I was, from everything DK has told us, moved down the river, actually at a faster pace than we were expecting. It's already, like you said, it's already in place. It's already being lifted. And I look for it to be in place sometime later this evening.
All right, well, complete coverage coming up on TV7, also the live feed on your Facebook page and on your website. What else are you working on? I've got a minute or two here real quick. What else is going on today besides this?
Well, like I said, we'll be following up on the weather. Got some high winds rolling it through. Better temperatures than last week, of course, because I was off last week. Why would they have warm temperatures? Working. Also out of Ohio, Tim Ryan, that's Congressman from the Youngstown area, has announced that he is now running for the United States Senate seat that Rob Portman has vacated. We'll have a complete update that with our sister station WKBN today as well. So some movement in the political side on the Ohio side.
Not a total surprise. I think a lot of us expected to see him jump into that race.
Yeah. So now that Amy Acton has kind of said that she's not, kind of shaping up for a Tim Ryan, at least on the Democratic side. So I'm not sure if anybody else is interested, but we shall see.
Yeah, we'll find out. Again, his name's been bandied about. Now he's making it official. So Good deal. Anything else you're working on real quick?
That's about it today. We're all in on the bridge today.
Yeah, well, it's a big story. It's a neat story. It's a fun story, and the good news is so far no problems. So it's just a pleasant story, not a serious story. That's
everything looks like it's in place. So it looks like October 2022, there will be a new bridge to nowhere.
Are you putting signs up in Brilliant that says the home of nowhere?
No, but if I could, I don't generally do my personal views on this. I would like to see the bridge named after Johnny Appleseed. He had one of his first orchards was in Brilliant.
Oh.
And of course, Wellsburg is famous for its apple festival and for him as well. So I mean, if I can put my own personal 2 cents out there, I'd like to name it after Johnny Appleseed.
That's a great idea. All right, noon, 5, 6, 10, 11, 5:30 statewide show, always at WTRF.com and Facebook Live, where the bridge movement is actually underway right now. I appreciate it, Bob. We will talk to you tomorrow.
All right, talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot. And Biffy, I guess that's it for me. I got to say sayonara, see you, bye-bye, farewell. I got to go. I got to get out of here. Good Lord willing, creeks don't rise. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, with a go run of the big gig. Are you back with me, Biff?
Back here for a Tuesday.
We'll keep on doing it till we get it right.
That could be a long time.
Indeed.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Zooming the vaccination.
All right, Biffy, not a bad show, even though we missed out on Seidler. I don't know what happened there. I'll touch base with him later today. But I can't do him tomorrow. We got Scudieri tomorrow, and this guy's been on before. You might remember him, Chuck Collins. He was heir to the Oscar Mayer fortune, and he gave it all up and gave it to charity and gave all his fortune away. And now he's one of these, he thinks there should be a wealth tax, and he's, the wealthy of this country are taking too much away from Americans and so on. We've had him on before, but he's got a new book out, so he's with us tomorrow too. And I think I'll just leave it at that so we can talk about the news, whatever it might be. I will try to track down, hopefully Jerry maybe can send me some info about that Little League thing, because I would like to do more on that if there's locals involved in that. So that's the deal. I've got an eye doctor appointment here in 20 minutes, so I got to get moving. But other than that, I'll be around today. So if you need me, just buzz, and I shall be around. Otherwise, thanks for your help, and I'll talk to you in the morning. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.
1,600 people packed inside. But this year, because of the pandemic, there will only be 200 people in the House chamber, an equal number of Democrats and Republicans, socially distanced and masked. Lawmakers must provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test or be fully vaccinated.
That's ABC's Karen Travers. Oscar-winning Best Director Chloe Zhao not being celebrated in her home country of China. A few years ago, she gave an unflattering interview on what it was like growing up in China, the win mostly being ignored in Beijing. You're listening to ABC News.
It's totally normal to be constipated with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way. You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives to help relieve belly pain and let you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Individual results may vary. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess